Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to another reading. This reading is going to be for Sagittarius for the month of February 2019. Thank you for joining me in this moment in space and time. And yeah, I'm feeling it. It feels good to be back. I'm in a very good and comfortable place for these readings to happen. And I just want to thank everybody for their welcoming and inspiring comments on the readings I've done thus far. It feels good to have a few under my belt back here on YouTube. And yeah, just thanks so much for making me feel at home and making me feel like I'm on the right path for doing these and jumping back into it. So yeah, we're looking at Sagittarius for the month of February. We're going to see what's going on with you troublemakers. I'm just kidding. You're not troublemakers unless you are a troublemaker, in which case this reading might resonate for you. It might not. Take what applies and what resonates and leave the rest as per usual. All right. Yeah, I don't know what more I can say. Let's just get right into it. We'll keep the jibber jabber and the chitter chatter to a minimum, and let's see what we're going on for Sagittarius for this month. As always, my goal for this challenge is to be as authentic and unedited and just allowing messages and the cards to flow and do their work. So yeah, we don't have the highest production grade quality just yet. I'll probably work on that a little bit. And yeah, just thanks once again. Let's get right into it. Bottom of the deck for Sagittarius, we got Six of Wands. Wow. So this traditionally is a card of victory. This traditionally is a card where somebody might be leaving and never coming back. Ooh, I know that sounds scary, but Six of Wands can sometimes mean that. But to have this card in your upcoming energy, or in an energy that we're looking to align with for the month of February, it's very positive. It tells a tale of victory. It tells a time of like a struggle leading to ultimately you prevailing in whatever adversity you might be going through, or to whatever question you may have. This card is always saying, stick to your guns, stick to what's true for you, and you have no need to look back, no need to fear or regret the past at any point in time. So let's see how Six of Wands is going to play into it for Sagittarius. Okay, in the day-to-day, we've got a reversal here on the King of Pentacles. So definitely some fire-earth energies in relationships, not like always like romantic relationships. It could be business relationship. It could be romantic relationship. I do have this sense that earth and fire partnerships are going through tests at this time. And to see this King of Pentacles up here in this position, it gives me the understanding that some of you may be questioning where you're at in regards to the ability to take a chance, to take a risk, to put yourself out on a limb, to go for somebody or either for yourself in your own career or your own movement. It's time almost to say, well, we need to get out there. We need to challenge ourselves a little bit more. And we need to get out of that comfort bubble in order to feel fulfillment at this time. Some of you, for single Sagittarius, there could be just like a lack of fulfillment in your environment. Like when you're looking around, when you're kind of assessing what's there and where you're at, you're going to be like, well, where's the magic? Where's the spark? Where is the inspiration, so to speak, right? When the King of Pentacles is a reverse, it's kind of like there could be that little lack of inspiration. You're feeling almost like at times for some of you, like the walls are closing in, or like we just need like a really good breath of fresh air. So the inclination or the advice of this card is to get out, to remain active, to be active, loosen up the purse strings a little bit. If there's something that you're just like, oh, I don't know if I can afford it. I really want it. I don't know if I need it, that kind of thing. Happiness and living in the moment. The King of Pentacles, sometimes when he's reversed, he's like worried about the future, or like we saw with this Six of Wands, maybe there's somebody out there that has regrets of what could have been done better, or resources that could have been allocated a lot better to set yourself up at a better spot than you are now. But we have to refrain from falling into worry or doubt about those kinds of things at this time. Okay, and if you are involved with a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn this time, things might be a little bumpy. Somebody might be on their way out, like the Six of Wands. They might be just like, they might be picking up and not coming back. And it's like if you've had a recent fight with somebody that's been like very greedy or very one-sided, not willing to see things from the other perspective. There could be like a big break. There could be like a division that's coming, or somebody could be exiting the environment. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Ten of Pentacles reversed here. It's like, I almost feel like there might be like a child leaving home, like on a bad note, or perhaps there is somebody out there that is wondering if you maybe have been away from home for so long. There is worry or an unwillingness to talk to like a father, a stepfather, or even a grandparent, or somebody where apologies might be needed at this time in order to bring you a little bit of security, or to bring you back into the fold of like a family, a household, or an organization, or something of that effect. Somebody is really taking stock of their material world at this time, and there is some worry surrounding that. There's old stuck energy in materials at this time for the sign of Sagittarius, according to these cards. So be proud of yourself. Be proud of where you've come at this point in time, and realize that maybe if one time, if you did make the decision to like bolt and not give an explanation to anybody about where you went, or if you have somebody in your life that did that to you, you may be surprised to find that there could be an unexpected return. Okay. Now, well, we've got, wow, more pentacles up this reading. So somebody as well here is kind of wondering where to best invest their time and resources at this time as well. It's like there could be multiple options, or somebody could be feeling limited due to overextending themselves and past financial situations, or indebted to somebody in regards to time. So this could be like a project that you've undertaken that has become like burdensome or overbearing to you. And the best advice for now is to like let it go from your focus for a time, so that it can return to you, or you can return to it with refreshed energy or renewed energy. All of these pentacles coming up in these lower chakra areas, it's kind of like it's a very low vibration, which doesn't mean bad. It just means that it's like kind of at a constant steady hum, and you may subconsciously be feeling a little bit indebted to it or trapped by it. So Page of Pentacles, the inspiration I guess that we can take here is get back into any kind of entrepreneurial spirit, or things that are going on that can uplift you, or that can get you thinking in a new way as well. Some of you are just very much dealing with earth signs that are acting very immature at this time. They think they're right. They're not willing to see things from your perspective, Sagittarius. So increased communication, or presenting the facts to this person. It's almost like you could tell them again and again and again, like how you feel, what you think, or what the best path might be in a partnership, but they're having none of it. They don't want to listen to it. They don't want to have any part of it. It's almost like you have to like bring out some papers, or bring out some proof in the pudding, and like set it before them and be like, look, this is what I was trying to explain to you. This is what you're not seeing. And then maybe if they see it like documented, or in a realistic like budgeted format or something like that, maybe they'll just be like, oh, you know what, maybe you were right here. Maybe I was, that kind of thing, right? All right, so let's see what's going on. In the heart, your heart is in the right place when it comes to your environment and in relationships. I see like you accomplishing things. I see you getting things done. I see you very much being willing to help, willing to promote, willing to instigate, willing to be the one to put their foot in the door for a group on a shared objective. But make sure to take that you're getting what you want out of it too. Your eyes are on the prize, Sagittarius. And don't get bogged down in details at this time. It could be a time where it's like details as well. Somebody's going to be returning to a creative project that there's been a long hiatus from. Almost like what I've done with this channel, but it's like not... I don't have much Sagittarius in my charts at all, but I'm completely can empathize with and relate to this situation of somebody that is wanting to return to something that they've left on the back burner, or something that they've put away, and maybe they even swore at one time that I'm done with this, I'm never returning to this, it brought me down, but then for some reason there was an inability to release it from consciousness, to release it from your mind. So it's like it's asking you to return to it now, and it could be a great amount of time that's passed. We've got pentacles up everywhere right now. So as we get close to the end of this little reading, we'll try and decipher what that's all about. It's like, wow, this is heavy earth energy that you're feeling yourselves into, and it just could be because of the time that the collective is in, where everyone is returning. I keep using that word returning, as somebody's like coming back. Somebody is like showing up and just presenting themselves to you again, or you are returning to someone or something in almost like raise the curtain type fashion, like ta-da, I'm here kind of thing, or like, did you miss me? And then they're like flabbergasted by the fact that you've been gone for so long, and then all of a sudden you're there. Or for the other person in the reading. So yeah, when we see this like laden earth energy, somebody could be doing a lot of traveling or traveling a long distance to come back or to return to something here. Okay. Finally, we've got a cup on the board after all these pentacles, right? And it's another page, right? So this is, just give me a minute here. This page is telling me that there is some sort of message that wishes to be conveyed either in conjunction with this return or an explanation that may be due. Somebody is setting the facts straight. Somebody wants to set the record straight. And somebody is going to almost like admit that they were wrong in a situation, and it's going to test levels of courage and forgiveness in a relationship. And I know that seems a lot to draw from just like a page of cups, but the fact that we have the two pages here, it's like the attention is being brought back to that which is more meaningful, to that which was a little bit more like flighty or irrelevant, or somebody is like finally dropping a moot point and realizing, hey, it wasn't that important, it wasn't that big of a deal. Now, the Page of Cups here is also, there could, along with the explanation, or somebody like putting their cards on the table, or coming into an explanation or forgiveness, there's also another proposal right behind it. There's like, okay, we've cleared the table of that, but that person might want to just like jump right on to the next thing. So now that all the water's on the bridge, do you want to go on this adventure, or do you want to start a new venture with me, or are you willing to like take me back in and love me for all that I was back, like 6-7 years ago? And you might just be like, oh my God, is this person for real? Is this person's heart where their feet is, kind of thing? This has a tendency now to have some flighty energy in the people around you. We're balancing out pretty much all other signs other than your element of fire, Sagittarius, at this time. But you're already there. You're already established, and you're not going to be surprised by anything. You're going to like just kind of take it on the chin. You're going to be like, you know what? I was expecting that. I knew that was going to happen from you, or you know what? And you may just realize it on the inside, but you may actually want to tell them, because what we said with this Page of Pentacles is like the proof is in the pudding. You're going to put it out forward, be like, look, do you realize the mess you left me with when, it's like a Alanis Morissette song, like the mess you left when you went away? Like, do you realize what you've stirred up here, or the miles we've had to travel to overcome, or to set something right? And now after it's all said and done and the dust is settled, you're back. Are you really going to create some more dust? Are you really going to create another sandstorm? Or are you actually legit and 100% this time? So, and that's all coming through in the communication. Actually, if somebody tells you something that's close to you, you're going to want to have them to back it up. It's just in the nature of where your energy is at right now. It's like, if you're going to ride with me, if you're going to see this thing through the finish line with me, I need to know if what you're telling me is real. So how are you backing up what you're telling me? And it could be professional, job related, it could be romantic, and relationships coming back into the fold. Either or, wherever it applies to you, these are stuff. Okay. So here we go with the Star. And the prize is not that far off. You may feel like goals might be lofty or unattainable at this time, but really they are. It's time for action, Sagittarius. When we follow this up here, this is like direct action, kind of like divine masculine energy, where it's like something is calling you forward to like get to work, to like step on the gas, like get some momentum behind what you're doing. And so if it's like, if it, for some of you that were following that story, that project on hiatus, that thing that you're returning to, the cards are asking you and telling you to get into it, and don't go in with a half mind of it's like, oh, it's still on hiatus. It's like, if you're really wanting to see significant results from what you're doing, action is very much called for. Because in this card, even though it's like kind of the card of like wishful thinking and the card of like there's a lot of balance going on and goal setting and things like this, the star in many decks that you see, the individual in the card is always at a position of action. They're not just like kind of stopped like these pages are, or this more immature energy, or this downright dirty earth energy that has kind of come up. It's not really stuck. The star is very active. It's saying like, be in motion, be in fit, be aligned with your vision through action. And then the work you're putting in and the forward steps you're taking are getting you to this victory up on this side, okay? All right, let's look at the, oh, wow. But you won't have all of the answers through this month, I don't think. There's going to be still, there could be some second guessing, or you may decide that even though the work you're putting in, you might be keeping it a little bit clandestine from the people around you, and that's okay because you're not sure of the result yet. You're not sure how much is going forward or what kind of return to expect, and that's perfectly fine when we see the Hangman in this, because it lets me know that you're going to do a good job of letting go to outcomes, which is the number one key in getting the desired outcome, in getting the victory that you want, okay? And since I've started doing these readings, I've been pulling one extra card at the end just for any clarity, any last minute questions, or to see how we can round it up or align with this good energy and see what we need to do. And we've got a 10 of Swords. So it just reaffirms my point. Feel like that Phoenix rising. Pull yourself to the point of like longing, dealing with other people's BS to get to a point of self-action for yourself. You might be exhausted, you might be very tired, and maybe even the longing to like get back in, or that return to something. You may be of the mindset or a subconscious inkling that it might all turn out like disaster, it might all turn out like last time. But the cards are really saying you don't know that. You don't know that. And the alignment of the energy is coming in is for victory. So for anything that is of question to you in regards to that, the cards are saying, yes, please go forward. Please find some inner strength to go forward on this, even though an outcome might not be realized, or you may not want to discuss it with anybody, but work towards it. And do so almost like daily, which is what the Three of Pentacles and the Star are letting me know. It's almost like even if you devote 5-10 minutes to it, or an hour to it, or whatever time you can, it's going to be enough to allow the universe and the law of attraction to be in sync, and to be reassured that it is what you're wanting and it is what you're doing. So your action is going to equal reaction from the environment around you, which is normally the case. I just hope that nobody's bringing you down at this time. Whatever immature earth type energies you might be dealing with at this time, Sagittarius, you're able to retain your focus, and to make sure that you put this person to the test, whoever this might be, so that they're aligned with you, or at least they're keeping up with you, okay? There is victory ahead. I see it for you. Although February, it might not seem, may seem very cloudy, return to this reading at any time through the month so that you can rest assured that, eventually your path is going to lead you to a place where it's like you don't ever have to look back. You don't ever have to have regret or fear that a previous transgression is going to hold you back from something that you're looking to attain. Okay, Sagittarius. If I said Capricorn through this reading, when I was referring to Sagittarius, it is my apology. It was the reading I did last, and we have all these pentacles and earth energy up on the board. So I'm sorry if I did that, and maybe sorry, not sorry, because if the word came out at the right time for that person who was half paying attention, maybe that's what it needed to be. Like I said, I'm always going to strive to keep these readings authentic and unedited for you guys. And I, once again, really appreciate all of the viewership and all of the inspiring, welcoming comments. You guys are the best viewers on YouTube, and I appreciate you. Okay, thanks, Sagittarius. Bye for now.